Hey everyone, so I know I'm pretty terrible at doing these intros, but we're here. This is actually day 2 of the gem show for myself. I came in yesterday to scope it out and kind of see the layout of things so that way I could kind of plan the video for you all and whatnot, but I'm here now and I'm really excited, so let's get in there and see what we can find.
So I recommend having at least a couple of days to go through the gem show, because when you get there, you're going to be overwhelmed by the amount of things that you see. There's going to be all sorts of colorful specimens, jewelry grade pieces, flats of material, and a lot of good friends and good people to make connections with as well. One of the first things that I enjoy seeing are these fluorite lamps. I believe they're fluorite at least. They're all carved crystal lamps, and I keep telling myself one day I'm going to get one, but I just, I need to figure out how to get it home. And then one of the other things I really enjoyed this year were these fountains that they had displayed. I thought these were really cool. They're all carved from natural rock and quartz crystals. These birds are always a cool attraction to see at the show. They're made from carved crystals, and those crystals are then put together, I'm assuming, using epoxies and other adhesives. And yeah, they're just a very interesting display. Even the beaks on those birds are made from different layers of like agates and carnelian and stuff. This was a really neat display as well. This was in the hotel shows, the Crown Plaza Hotel show. At least I'm pretty sure it was that one. There was a lot of different shows. There's going to be some giant specimens as well. And that's another reason why I recommend a couple of days to go to these shows, because there's going to be, generally a handful of shows spread out at different venues. And so you're going to want a couple of days to be able to see them all. I know when I went to the Tucson show, I went for like 5 days, and I only saw 4 out of the 20 shows that were happening when I went down there. This crystal tree was incredible as well. There's a lot of amethyst pieces, and you're going to see a lot of, geodes and stuff cracked open. A lot of these split pieces as well. Very impressive pieces, though. They're absolutely stunning. Yeah, there's some cool stone carvings as well. You're going to see a lot of display pieces, a lot of citrine, a lot of amethyst. And they're some of my favorite crystals and some of my favorite specimens and display stones. These ones are meant for photos and not really touching, but kind of like interacting with and whatnot. There was like a tub on one side as well. I don't believe you could get in it this year, but at the Tucson show you could get in it, which was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of just interesting, very large display pieces at these shows. And so if you're kind of like a crystal fanatic and you really enjoy the structure of the growth as I do, you're going to see some really cool specimens that are going to pique your interest. These things are obviously very, very expensive, but they're very cool to just check out. And when you go outside, you're also going to see some impressive specimens as well. There's also going to be a lot of booths and tents outside, and so it's worthwhile to walk around and check out and make sure that you see every single thing that you can, because you never know what sort of hidden gems you might find at individual booths. There are some amazing quartz and smoky quartz specimens outside. I believe I've seen a lot of these at the Tucson show as well, so it was kind of interesting to run into them again at the Denver show. These are, world-class specimens that travel around to a lot of the larger shows, and so you might see some of the booths and some of the same vendors that you've seen and interacted with at some of the prior shows that you've been to. And so it's always beneficial, even if you're not really buying anything, it's beneficial to go around and pick up some cards and interact with the dealers, so that way you can know them and meet them and just kind of get an idea of who they are and what they sell and what sort of material they have available and what sort of pricing it is as well. You're going to see some flats of material as well that you can purchase by the flat or individually. A lot of dyed material too that I'm not really into, but you know, there's still a lot of great things at these gem shows. Oh, these people had some incredible slices of the ammonite and amylite as well. And yeah, they have the inlaid pieces there as well. I grabbed a turquoise inlaid piece, which was really neat. But yeah, there's so many great things to see when you're at these shows. So make sure that you take the time to really ingest all of the different specimens that you might run into. You might even find some wrappables in some of these glass cases. I know I found a good couple of display pieces and a couple of, you know, kind of jewelry grade and jewelry size pieces that I plan on using in my future works. And make sure you check out the description for this video because I'll leave some of my sources down there in the comments, and I'm also going to leave a little list of my gem show must-haves. There's going to be some tips down there as well that you're going to want to make sure you check out. Here we are at the Discovery Gems and Jewelry booth, and this is hosted by a few good friends of mine. Jack Hoke is also hosted at this booth generally, and his work is incredible. He does carving works. We also have B's work there. He's a wonderful guy that's always hosted with these people as well. I forget what his actual name is. Everyone calls him B. They also have some incredible gemstone carvings. You're going to see a lot of different carvings, but they have some of the most detailed ones you're going to find. They had a lot of great melee that I ended up picking up some of. I picked up some of these rainbow sets of sapphires. They also had some calibrated aquamarine and rhodolite garnet that I picked up as well. Some really great material, really good quality stuff. These people are Pam Terra Gems and Jewelry. I'll link their stuff in the description as well. They were an awesome mother and daughter team, and yeah, they're just absolutely fantastic. They were very knowledgeable about everything they had. They also had some incredible pricing, like some of the best pricing that I've seen, and she said it wasn't necessarily just the show pricing. Like some of these dealers will do very cheap pricing just for show pricing. I ended up grabbing some cabochons out of that tray. They were absolutely fantastic, and so make sure you look for good booths that have these types of trays because that's where you're going to find, you know, your jewelry type of material that you're going to be using for pieces such as cabochons and calibrated gemstones as well. And so yeah, make sure you just spend your time peeping out the booths, and so that way you know exactly who has what. You're going to see some very inspirational pieces of jewelry as well, such as these ones that I saw. Incredible bracelet and necklace set. This incredible, you know, set of earrings and these gemstones. They're just absolutely gorgeous stuff. And then, yeah, I just wanted to share these with you as well. These were some Pokemon triplets that Jack Hoke carved. He does an amazing job with all of his works, and so thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Make sure you read the description to check out my gem show must-haves. Have a great weekend.